Good morning, welcome. I'm Kasha and this is a strong and stable video, a little snack of activity to build into your day. Today we're going to focus on activities that cross the midline. So activities that take us over that middle line, might be your arm or your leg or a twist. Those kind of activities are really good to help with our coordination, our mental focus, and they can also help with our balance. Sounds good, yeah? So let's get moving. I'm going to do 5 activities seated, and then we'll do the same 5 ones standing up. You're welcome to do them all standing or all sitting, whatever works for you today. In particular, if you're coming up to do the standing ones, make sure you're solid on your feet. That might mean for some of you doing this in shoes rather than bare feet. I'm lucky it's a nice lovely day here in Hamilton today, so a little bit warmer and I'm happy in my bare feet. So get yourselves happy on a sturdy chair and let's get going. And we're going to get going with some hugs today. Coming out of level 3, we're into level 2 and it's time for some hugs. So arms wide, take your arms back and whoops, bang into the plant beside you. And then bring your arms across the front and give yourself a nice squeeze. And do that again. So everything we're doing, just move it as far as works for you, as far back as you can with your arms, and then bring that over. Okay, now see if you can do it with a different arm on top each time. And you choose how much you're moving the rest of the body as you do this. You might want to lift and open your chest a bit more, big breath in as you reach out, come across. Let's do a couple more of those, breathing in through the nose. Breathing out, a bit of a squeeze. Breathing in, can you remember which arm was on top? Breathing out. You can pause with that extra hug there, maybe a bit of a wiggle. Well done. So here we are, exactly with the arms crossed over the body. So let's try something else now. First of all, we'll roll the shoulders back, and you might be able to do that also with your fingers on your shoulders. Just let the elbows sink. You feel that the shoulders roll back and slide back down there. Let's just do, say, the left arm. So put your right arm down, elbow out, if you can at shoulder height, and then cross it over towards the left hip, the right hip. I'm doing it backwards to you, right? So long as you're taking one arm across the body, doesn't matter if it's left or right. Now while you're doing that, perhaps you can look with your eyes and move your head out to the side and back. And if it feels okay as you go out, take the elbow a little wider and come back. And again, you're not kind of shrugging the elbow out or up too far, sorry, your shoulder up. Make sure that that feels okay in your shoulder. Let's just do one more on that side. And then as you finish this one off, you can rest that arm and get the other one with the shoulder, roll it back. Pop your elbow out, have a look, and bring it across the body. Hopefully while you're doing these, you're also managing to sit up pretty tall. So if you can, rather than leaning into the back of your chair, sit yourself up nice and tall on top of your sit bones. And as you're warming into that, a little bit more body movement as we inhale, elbow back, twist and look back, turn your ribs and your shoulders to the side. Good work. Are you feeling more coordinated and with greater mental focus and balance already? Last one. Okay, let's bring in something with the legs now. So moving your right leg, lift the knee and then straighten the leg. Oh, and we have Mouse, Pussycat, come to visit us today. Hello darling, stay on the same leg. I'm not trying to kick you, I'm demonstrating a bit of a can-can. Come on, Mousey, come here. Good girl. Finally, Steph and Dion have all had cats in their videos, and finally I get an appearance. She's rather shy though, and we should also be focusing on the exercise, not just the cat. So bring in your opposite arm. Yes, I have a soft spot for a cat, isn't she beautiful? So we're going across the body, which was our plan for today, wasn't it, with that arm. See how far down your leg, you can reach as you cross the body. So we're bending and straightening the arm and leg at the same time. Hopefully, like me, your leg is getting a little bit tired with this, and we'll just do one more on this side. Bend and straighten. As you do that last one, pause, and we'll just stay there and see how far down your leg you can reach. You can lean forward a bit, stay strong in the middle, hold the chair as you need. Maybe you can reach your toes. No bonus points though if you get there. Okay, and let it go, sit back up again. Alright, let's try the other side. So get going with that leg bend, straighten, bend and lower, and as soon as you're ready, join in the arm. Bend, straighten, bend and down, and as the cat crosses across the camera view, your arm crosses across your leg. Sitting tall, and maybe you can do this with your breath at the same time. Breathe in and breathe out. Doesn't matter too much when and where you're doing the inhale or exhale with this one. Just make sure you go at a pace that allows you to breathe nice, steady and full. So long as you're breathing, every now and then try and have awareness of deepening and filling out your breath a bit. Are we even up on that leg yet? Let's try one more. Reach the leg and perhaps come a little bit further forward. Maybe you can reach your toe, maybe not. And slowly let that go. Good. So good strength work in your legs as well as that crossing the body. This time back to the arm. So starting with your arm out, come up to what we sometimes call the cactus position. You're going to try and get that with the elbow bent over your head. How far can you come towards your ear, or maybe your earlobe, and bring it back down? And then we'll try the other arm. So take the arm out, come up and over, see how far you get. So you just work in the range that feels safe for you. Change arms, you might be forward here and only come up towards your eyebrow. Try and get the opposite one though. So we're still getting a little bit of crossing the body. So trying to mobilize your shoulders a little bit as well as getting that where on earth is my earlobe cross. You might manage to do both at once. Sitting tall, breathing in. Staying tall as you breathe out. So both arms is fine, just try and keep moving. If you're crossing your arms at the top, try and do the other cross this time. Oh, that was definitely a little bit more of a coordination challenge. Nearly lost my ear last one. Up, then come back down. Great. Okay, hands in front of your chest. Now final exercise will be a little curtsy. So if you take your right foot back, your left arm comes back. So opposite arm and leg. Good challenge for the brain. And then the other foot just goes back in behind the other one. Little step back, come up. So when we're doing this standing, it will be a balance exercise. Foot back, arm back. And you can make this a little bit bigger by twisting the body. Turning your shoulders toward the side. Still sitting nice and tall. Good sense of space between your ribs and your hips. This one's much more fun to do when you're standing. We'll see how we go now. Alright, so we're time to come on up to standing. So if you can do your sit to stand, we'll do 3 of them with your arms in front, go for it. Some of you might want your hands on the chair. So feet solid on the floor. Can you feel your heels pushing and connect all the way up into your bottom muscles? Stay nice and tall and come on up. And my head might disappear off the screen for a moment until I move. 2 more. Hands in front if you can. Slowly back down. And your final one, and we'll stay standing if you can. If you need to sit down today, that's fine. Just sit back down, alright? I'm going to remove the chair side on so you can get a better view. And we'll go back to those 5 exercises. The first one was a hug. So I'm just side on so you can see how you might be doing it behind the chair. If you don't need the chair, even better. Okay, arm back. Maybe you're doing a 1-arm hug if you need to hold on to the chair and you alternate arms. If you don't need to hold on to the chair, then both arms. So big stretch back. Come across the body and squeeze. Big breath in. and exhale. So if you're doing this and slightly moving the head up and down, just be really mindful how that feels for your balance, because moving the head can make a big impact on your balance. So just 2 more hugs. Try and remember to get one arm across and then the other. There we go. Last one, switching arms again. Nice good opener across the back of your shoulders and your back there. Pause for a moment, have a bit of a wiggle, and slowly let your arms come down. Good work. Roll the shoulders back. So again, if you're doing this with one hand holding on, that's completely fine. Elbow out and across the body. Try and watch that. Good work. Keep going. If you can, lift your elbow a little bit higher so it goes on a bit more of a diagonal, and maybe you can also twist back a little bit. Pushing strong into your feet, nice and long up through your legs and solid through the body. Let's do 2 more on this side. Crossing the body. Okay, finish that arm up, and when you're ready, go to the other side. So holding the chair if you need. Otherwise, standing free there, elbow to the side, maybe back a little bit, and come on down. So go a little bit slower if that works better for you. Just try and find your groove here with this upper body and shoulder movement. So you'll either be standing or sitting with a smaller movement. If you're ready for more, you're moving your head as well. You're lifting the elbow higher and you're taking it further back. Just go as far with these last couple as you can manage to get that little bit of a challenge. Last one, good breath in as you go up. And crossing the body as you come down. Well done. Let the arm come down. The can time. So if you're standing by the chair and you need that, stand just to the side of it, and then the leg will move will be the one that's closest to the chair. Okay? So we did a bend and a straighten with the arm and leg, a bend and down. Cue the can music. So just lift your leg as high as you can manage there. Not necessarily trying to touch your toes, but see if you can get that crossing the body of the arm over the leg, just to add that extra little bit of challenge. Maybe like you're aiming for your little toe. Good work. 2 more on this side. So when you're doing it standing, just watch you're not kind of collapsing over into the hip of the leg that you're standing on. Keep pushing nice and strong through that leg. Good work. Okay, switch to the other side. So position yourself if you need to hold the chair where you can do that. Bend, straighten, bend, and down. So the leg that you're standing on, can you feel the big toe push into the floor as well as your heel and the outside of the foot? So using all parts of the foot to help push you up nice and tall. Whether you're doing this again in the chair or you're standing up, sense that there's still a good amount of space between your ribs and your hips. Ooh, coordination, so you're not kind of slumping down into yourself. Good work. And last one. I didn't add the extra stretch on the end here. For most of us it'll be too much in a standing position, but help yourself if you're feeling safe. And let that go. Great. Okay, 4th exercise was the arms going over the head. Again, position yourself to hold the chair if you need. Take the elbow wide. So some of you here might feel the hand is further forward or you can't take the elbow back. Just get to where you can. Manage to still move as far as you can over your head and come back. And then doing the other arm. The elbow goes out, up, and finds your ear or as far as you can manage. Switch arms, inhale, exhale, other side. Some of you might be ready to try both arms. Keep watching your balance if you're doing this standing. If you need the chair, just stay with doing one arm at a time. Arms out. For many of us, it's quite a bit stiff in the shoulders, or maybe you often have your head in a forward push position, so staying upright like this can be quite a challenge. Lots of concentration to keep in your best posture possible. Last one. Melt the shoulders down. Good work. Give your hands a bit of a wriggle out. And the last one we did was the curtsy. So I'm going to go side onto the chair just for safety to begin with. Hold on with one hand, other hand in front of your chest. So that hand is going to go back and your opposite foot will step back to the ball of the foot just behind the other one in that little twist. And a look if you can, and then change hands. Do the other side. So step back and step in. So quite a balance challenge. Here we go again. Opposite hand and leg. So looking back might be a bit much for your balance. So just stay looking at something in front of you, holding the chair with that opposite hand as you need. If you can manage it without, hand is in front of your chest. Go quite slowly. That can not necessarily make things easier, but may really focus on your balance, where you're taking your body weight, and that little hover of the foot off the ground. Seeing I wasn't stepping too far forward, I get out of frame. Let's just do a couple more. Step back. And the last little cross back. Feet together. We are done for that little snack of activity and movement in your day. Thanks heaps for joining.